Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another video on the move. I am really glad you tuned in today. And in this video, I want to share with you, kind of recap what happened recently on episode 139 of Enhancing the Human Experience with my guest, Denise Jensen. And I do these because you may not have had time to listen to that episode, but I want to kind of share these nuggets with you. And specifically the question that I ask all of my guests, something that I'm really just curious to see where people fall with this, and then I'll kind of tell you why I asked that question. But the question that I always ask them is, what do you think we have to do to change? Do we have to know what's holding us back, the beliefs and paradigms that's holding us back, or can we simply just start focusing on who we want to be and what we want to be? And let me share with you what Denise shared with me, and then I'll kind of share why I asked that question, some of my thoughts on it, because I think it's a really interesting question. There's no doubt that a lot of people really focus a lot on why am I this way, right? Why am I doing this? What's the reason? What happened in my past that I need to eradicate in order to move forward and have better experiences? But what Denise said was, she said it's kind of both. She sees it both in her coaching business and her client and with her clients. And so what she said was, yeah, you do kind of have to know why you are the way you are. And the tool that she shares to help identify that is journaling, because journaling gets your ideas out onto paper so that you can see what's really going on in your mind. And I think that's really valuable. I know for myself, journaling's been a really awesome tool to help me do that, but also, self-talk and having those conversations with myself. Specifically, I've talked about this in other videos, where I've run up against an invisible barrier and I've straight up had a conversation. What is holding you back, Mark? So journaling, yes, helpful, but for me, more that self-talk and that inner dialogue, and those beliefs, those subconscious beliefs will percolate to a conscious level, and then I'm able to look at them and go, oh, well, that's bull, or okay, I see why that is, but I'm still going to remove it, And again, the reason I asked my guests this question is because our beliefs are everything. Our beliefs are the building blocks of our experience. Beliefs come first, then actions, then our experience flows from that. And so I always go to that, like, what do we need to do? Do we need to find out the problem, or can we just start building new beliefs? And I like the fact that she said we have to do both, because I do know from my own experience, and maybe you've experienced this in your own life, that those subconscious beliefs hold us back. Now, having said that, like I mentioned, for me, in my experience, they only came up once I started moving toward a goal or wanted to do something that was outside of my current experience, right? Sometimes way outside. Specifically, in this case, it was a major identifier of limiting beliefs came when I was wrapping up Just Be It, The Secret to Having What You Want in Life. And I had to come face to face with this belief, an underlying belief that I wasn't an authority on that subject. What happened in that case was, once that belief came to my conscious level of awareness, it was beneath my conscious level of awareness before that time. It was holding me back like an invisible barrier. But once it came to the conscious level of awareness, then I could address it in a rational, conscious way by realizing that I had 15 plus years of experience in that topic and in that arena. And if I wasn't an authority then, when would I be, and who was an authority, right? So immediately the belief dissolved and I was able to finish that book. But prior to that point, it was beneath my conscious level of awareness. And so it was holding me back, and I didn't know what was holding me back. And so two things I want to share. One, I do definitely think there are limiting beliefs beneath our level of awareness that we have to find and focus and root out and dissolve them. But two, for me, it couldn't be done when I was just sitting at my table, maybe going, okay, what limiting beliefs do I have that I need to get rid of? It had to be when I was moving toward a goal or objective. And So that's been my own experience. That's just a little example of my own experience in that, doing that. So it wasn't necessarily just, let me get my limiting beliefs out on paper. They only arose when I started moving towards something. So I definitely think there has to be forward motion. I've heard this from other people as well, that you can't turn a car around if you're not moving forward and stuff like that. So maybe you've experienced that as well. But that's what she shared, is that it has to be both. You've got to kind of root out the limiting beliefs and then build beliefs that are in alignment with what you want. And this is where I think life gets really exciting. I'm working on a video now where I'll be sharing in the coming months about a really powerful process, something that I took from a soul collage class. And I am really excited to share this with you. If you're not familiar with soul collage, that is you can actually it's a therapy, for lack of better words. And there were a number of therapists. I may have been one of the handful of people that is not a therapist or counselor in this class. I went with a friend of mine, Rachel Fabi, who's been a guest on the podcast, and shared a lot of great wisdom and knowledge. I'll try to link that below. But it's a powerful therapy tool to, again, flush out reasons why, or uncover subconscious reasons why we're not having better experiences in life. And I'm going to share with you one of my biggest takeaways that I found from that class, that I kind of tweaked it a little bit. I made it a little bit I modified this process, and I'm really excited to share that with you. So if you haven't subscribed, please do that down below, because that's going to be coming down the road. Again, it was something I took away from Soul Collage. Excuse me. So back to what I was going to say about the exciting aspect of beliefs. I always think of beliefs and I say, look, a belief is just a lie that we keep telling ourselves over and over again, because at the end of the day, unless you say that you are elements and minerals and water all held together by the God force, then everything else is a lie. And so we can really design our lives to be however we want. That's when life gets really super fun, by telling ourselves lies that support the experiences we want to have. Because like we mentioned, everything's a freaking lie, right? Everything that you tell yourself is just a story. And so when you tell yourself lies and stories that support the experiences you want to have, then you're going to have those experiences, right? If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't, right? This is Henry Ford's great wisdom. So that's when life gets really fun, is when we kind of look blank slate and say, look, what beliefs do I need to adopt about myself and the world at large and other people that support the experiences that I want to have in my business and my life? And then it's straight up is blank slate time, because we need to have that foundation in order to be able to do the things necessary to have those experiences we want. So that's the second aspect of beliefs that I think is really fun. Just talking about, tabula rasa, everything is on the table, no limitations. What do you need to believe? And make sure that you don't start from your current level of awareness or your current level of experience, but you're starting from and reverse engineering from the experiences you want to have. So that's what I want to share with you. Like I said, if you missed that episode, you can get the whole ball of wax. It's about 51 minutes long, and it's episode 139 of Enhancing the Human Experience. Denise Jensen, lots of good stuff. She talked a lot about mindset and, of course, the tools that she uses coaching in her coaching clients, with her coaching clients. A lot about strengthening the body that then strengthens our resolve and our mind. And this is another big component, and something that I'm constantly reminding myself of. Hey, you cannot have that success in your consciousness or in your production levels if you don't have your body like really in tuned and exercising and stuff like that, which has always been not my strong suit, so to speak. So it's a great reminder for me. But that's what I want to share with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, all the best, health, wealth, and success. Bye-bye.